Okay. Let's see. So, alright. I just got a new phone. Yeah, I just got a new phone. I'm in bed. I need to go to sleep. But anyways, I just asked the Brave search engine, is it legal to be homeless in the U.S.? What do you think the answer is? I just asked the Brave search engine, is it legal to be homeless in the United States of America? Because do you know whether it's legal or not? Have you ever asked yourself if it is legal or not? Have you ever thought about, should it be legal or should it not? Have you ever thought about, well, what does the Constitution say? If the Constitution is there to protect people's rights, well then, and we were to just go by the Constitution, which is the law of the land put in place to protect people's rights, what do you think the Constitution would determine as to whether it's legal or not to be homeless in America? Have you ever thought about any of this? Would it be constitutional for it to be illegal to be homeless in the United States of America? Would that be constitutional to criminalize homelessness? So that it would be illegal. Like if you were homeless, just being homeless would be a crime, and you would go, the police would fucking arrest you, and you would be a criminal breaking the law just by being falling on hard times and ending up so down on your luck that you don't have a home and are in effect homeless. Should the Constitution protect you and your rights? Do you have the right to fall on such hard times that you are actually homeless? What would the Constitution... Have you ever thought of any of this? So now, I asked the Brave search engine, is it legal to be homeless in the U.S., in the United States? Let's see what it says. Okay. Is homelessness legal in the United States? It is not illegal to be homeless in the United States as a status, but it is illegal in most states to engage in life-sustaining activities while homeless, such as sleeping, sitting, or camping in public spaces. So you can't sleep and you can't sit in public spaces. Well, what is public? Dude, all land is owned. All land is owned. As far as your eye can see, the mountains, the forests, the jungles, the streets, the neighborhoods, as far as your eye can see, everything is owned. So that being said, which is public and which is not? The United States Supreme Court's decision in the Grant Pass case, which is currently developing, will determine whether local governments can criminalize these basic survival acts when no shelter is available. As of August 15, 2025, federal authorities under the Trump administration have been clearing major encampments in Washington, D.C., a move that has sparked controversy and protests, with officials stating it's not illegal to be homeless, okay? From a legislative perspective, it is illegal to be homeless in virtually every state in the USA except for Oregon and Wyoming, which do not have laws criminalizing homelessness. The Supreme Court heard arguments in the Grant Pass, Oregon versus Gloria Johnson case in April of 2024, which challenged whether criminalizing sleeping outside when no shelter is available violates the Eighth Amendment. The ruling, expected by the end of June 24th, would have profound implications for unhoused people across America. The current legal landscape allows cities to enforce quality of life ordinances that restrict loitering, vagrancy, and camping in public spaces, effectively making it illegal to sleep or rest in public if no shelter is available. In response to the ongoing crisis, Rhode Island passed a homeless Bill of Rights in 2023, granting unhoused individuals the right to use public spaces, access public services, and receive equal treatment without discrimination based on housing status. Anyways, yeah, so I don't know. Again, the term public space, what does that term even mean when all property is owned? The entire earth is owned by some mysterious, faceless rich people. So what does public space mean when all property is owned? As far as your eye can see, right down to every centimeter that you see, all fucking property is owned. That being said, how do you define what is a public space when all property is owned? What does public space even mean? So if homeless people have to go out into the mountains and forests in order to be able to legally go to sleep, because, the definition of public space is whatever the fuck it is. Well, is it legal for them to go out, even if they traveled by foot 30, 40, 50 miles up into the mountains just so they could legally fall asleep? Are you sure that it's legal for them to fall asleep in those mountains? What if a park ranger drove up on them? Would you be surprised if that park ranger gave them a ticket because they're not supposed to be sleeping in those woods and mountains and forests? How far must a homeless person travel to reach a destination that's not a public space where they can finally sleep? You go to sleep, don't you? You see, do you see how I'm in bed? I'm in bed. I'm about ready to go to sleep. You sleep, right? Everybody has to sleep, right? Well, if by law homeless people are not allowed to sleep in public spaces, well, where is it this place that's not a public space where homeless people can go? Like how far do they have to walk before they can reach this place? Is it 2 miles? Is it 200 miles? Is it where is it that they can go to sleep legally if they're homeless? Can anybody answer me this question? Does anybody care that this is a constitutional rights violation potentially? Nobody cares that this is a constitutional rights violation potentially, but when they come and they lock you down because of COVID, oh boy, everybody all of a sudden cares about their constitutional rights, right? But when it comes to homeless being able to sleep, it doesn't really matter if this is a constitutional rights violation. It only matters when the COVID lockdowns come, right? Then all of a sudden, now there's this big concern for constitutional rights, right? Right? Or is that right? You see, if you only care about constitutional rights, if you only care when they come locking you down because of COVID, otherwise you could give a fuck how many people's constitutional rights they're violating. Only when the COVID lockdowns come and restrict your constitutional rights, then there's a problem here, right? So if you and all your associates and all the people in your society only care when the martial law comes locking you down for COVID, if that's all you care about, how long do you think your society is going to last before it gets taken over by a police state, a martial law police state? You think this is all just going to keep going on where it's okay for you to not care about anyone else's constitutional rights? You only care when the COVID lockdowns take your constitutional rights. And that's the way a society should, that's the way a healthy society should function. Really. And that's totally cool. So don't expect any more COVID lockdowns, because it's totally cool, right? Totally fucking cool, man. All right. Point taken, man. Nothing really matters. Candy Crush, that's what matters. Candy Crush on video game on my phone. That's really all that really matters. So whatever, right?